We have some news just coming in from Robinhood. It speaks to what we've been talking about all morning. It has now just filed to sell 97.9 million shares over time. But, and this is key, the company is not receiving any proceeds from the sale. The money will go to certain selling shareholders.
What?
So this is not a secondary in the context of raising new capital. These are investors, prior investors, including many of the venture capital firms that were early in that intend to sell. And so this is an indication of that. I'm looking through the list right now. This is Andreessen Horowitz, 9 Yard Capital, D1, Sigma River Holdings, a whole number of entities that have owned shares when the company was a private company, but looking to sell. And we will see over time what that does to the stock in terms of...
No wonder the stock's down 10%. I mean, if you were raising additional funds for the good of the company, saying we're going to do what AMC has done and said, we'll put that money back into use to make sure the company is using it properly and therefore rewarding the shareholders who have been coming in, that's one thing. If you're going to sell it and say we're going to give it to our early investors to make sure that they're made whole and made good because they don't want to hold on to this stuff any longer at this price either, that raises an entirely separate question. Like, if the early venture guys who came into this think, oh, this is really high, I want to write a check and get out. I want my check and I want to get out now. That's a different story.
My only other, though, thought on this is, as we're sort of weighing both sides of all of it, is at some point this was going to happen. The question is, did this come sooner
4 days in?
than had been expected? And that's the question. Oftentimes, as you know, the venture capitalists who were in some cases many years ago, in some cases, some of these investors appear to have even doubled down, as you know, when the GameStop challenge happened, when effectively the company was had its either solvency or liquidity moment, looking to, you always knew that they were going to look to get out at some point because they don't typically hold shares publicly in public companies for any huge length of time. Usually they hold on for 6 months, sometimes a year. So yes, 4 days, maybe sooner than some had expected. I don't know. Is that a pull forward? I don't know how you think about that.